let's do some dancing. So we have the steps, and your left foot is the dark one, your right foot is the mirror. So we just follow the steps. Okay, 1 is this, 2 is this, 3 is that, 4 is this, 5 here, 6 here, 7, 8, and then 9, 10. And now we come to the doll puzzle. But first, let's pick up this gemstone, which is tourmaline.
Guess Camille liked to collect dolls.
Yes, she definitely did like to collect dolls. Okay, so the key here is to use the Chaussette Chateaubriand name to put the dolls in the correct order. So, for example, the first 2 letters of Chaussette Chateaubriand is CH. CH would be Chantilly Hildegard. And she is the one with the necklace, so she's actually in the right place. I am just going to show where all the clues for the dolls are again. One is here, which we already looked at, and it's the one with the crack. Naughty Tina. So that's in T. So she'll go at the very end of Chateaubriand. There's a couple here. One is this, Hagar Anderson and Chantilly Hildegard. So Hagar Anderson has suspenders, Chantilly Hildegard has a necklace. This, Eliza Sandberger has a red ribbon. So really, what you're doing with the clues is you're writing down the dolls' names and also like a defining physical feature of the dolls. So Thomasina O'Neill, this one's kind of hard, but she has like a chunk of her hair missing. I don't know how this is supposed to give a hint for that, but that's her clue. Awful Ursula has red hair. There's one more. Yeah, there's Teddy Everhart is in plaid, like his box. And Sickly Sarah SS has 2 different colored eyes. While we're here, let's
Hey, glad you stopped in. You gotta listen to this.
About his thermometer.
What have you got?
I put this digital recorder in the corner where Camille showed up in that picture and turned it on so it would just keep recording. Now when you play it back at normal volume, all you hear is background noise. But when you turn the volume way up and run the signal through a filter or two, hear that?
I hear something. It kind of sounds like a woman singing.
Not just any woman.
Camille.
So be careful what you say in here. She's listening.
Are you by any chance missing a small digital thermometer?
Yeah, as a matter of fact, I am. When I went through the box I'd packed them in, that one over there, I came up 1 short. I was hoping to set up at least 6 in here so I could check for cold spots. How did you know I was missing one?
Because Tino Balducci found it by the emergency brake handle when he was dusting it for fingerprints. And now he thinks you're the one who pulled it.
That's ridiculous. I didn't have any reason to pull the emergency brake.
Is it true that your show is in danger of being canceled?
Newsflash, my show was canceled. Happened last night. But what nobody knows yet is that it's been picked up by a major TV network. Not only am I still on the air, but I'm sitting prettier than ever. Any other questions?
Were you in this room the whole time prior to that emergency brake thing?
Of course not. I made a couple of trips to my compartment in the sleeping car to get more equipment. But did I get an overpowering urge to pull the emergency brake while I was there? No.
Well, I'll catch you later.
Take care.
Interesting. So we'll need to ask. Tino. I like blanked on his name. We'll need to ask Tino Balducci about that. Okay, so then this little poem has two of the dolls. Ill-tempered Edna could not get her way. She couldn't get Alice to come out and play. I'm too tired, is what Alice said. I just want to go straight back to bed. Edna angrily tried to make herself heard, but all that came out was one two-part word. Why, I'm not your mother, yawning Alice replied, till Edna the Terrible finally gave up and cried. So yawning Alice, and so that's YA, she is asleep, that's her defining feature, and then Edna the Terrible says one two-part word, mama. Okay, and then there's one more doll, one more clue in the dining car, and it is the shoes. Sadie Crawford, SC, and she is not wearing shoes.
Hey, how's it going?
Tino found one of John Gray's thermometers by the emergency brake handle and is getting ready to throw the book at him.
John Gray threw the emergency brake? Why would he do that?
Tino thinks it's because John's TV show is in danger of being canceled. But when I asked John, he told me his show was just picked up by a broadcast network.
I still say there's less to all this than meets the eye, if you get my drift.
I get your drift, Joe. I have lived with your drift for years. I am saddled with your drift.
All right, all right.
See you later.
You better.
Okay.
More questions?
I should get going.
Let me know if you run across anything juicy.
So that was all of the doll clues. Now we just have to go back and put them in order. But first, we are going to confront Tino about his
That looks
lies.
just like the stuff John Gray has his thermometers packed in.
What's going on?
I guess we'll confront him about Lori
How come you
first.
told me you and Lori never went out, and she told me you did?
Don't you ever stop asking questions?
When people start answering them honestly, I do.
I dumped her, okay? I'm not proud of what I did. I'm not happy about what I did, but it's done. It's over. Now let's drop it.
Guess I'll just have to go talk to Lori again.
You are incredibly irritating, you know that? I dumped her because people said going out with her would make me look bad. Said she was a joke, that no one took her seriously. Said if I started hanging with her, no one would take me seriously. So I stopped calling.
Did you ever tell Lori any of this?
No. Now take a powder. I don't feel like talking anymore.
Okay. We'll confront him about the thermometer later. One confrontation at a time for Tino. Okay. Let's see here. So, Chaussette Chateaubriand. So, CH is first. Chateaubriand Garden necklace. Then is AU, Awful Ursula with the red hair. And then is SS, Sickly Sarah, one blue eye, one green eye. That's the flag. That is Edna the Terrible. Where's Sickly Sarah? This is Sickly Sarah. Then is E.T. Edna the Terrible. Goes there. T.E. Teddy Everhart with the plaid. Then it is S.C. Sadie Crawford, no shoes. She's sleeping, so that's why she doesn't have shoes. This is Sadie Crawford. Okay. And then H.A. Hagar Anderson with the suspenders. T.O. Thomasina O'Neill, she's the one with the chunk of hair missing. And then Naughty Alice is next, YA. And then NT, Naughty Tina with the crack. And lastly, the red ribbon is ES, Eliza Sandberg. 2 more slugs in that thing, which we ignored. And that's it. So that is the doll
Yes?
puzzle.
I'll come back later.
Keep me posted.
What other puzzles do we have to solve? First, you need a map. We got the map of the cities. We need to get the projector to work with the stones. Give the dolls an order. Camille's dancing shoes. Blah blah blah. We did that. Okay. This will come into play later. We get to Copper Gorge. So the next thing we need to do, well, we can keep gathering the gemstones, but we have more slugs. We now have 5 slugs, so we can get the square and duck to open, and the square is a 4, and the duck is a 1. So in that sampler's thing in John Gray's car, it correlates numbers with these symbols. So owl is 7, cherry is 10, square is 4, and duck is 1. So what you want to do is you want to get 4 when you have 3 of these on here, if that makes sense. Okay, there we go. So 4, and then we need 1, which unfortunately we can't do with this combination. So we have to start over. See how that one lit up? But we need both of these to light up at the same time, so that doesn't work. Be missing a slug, but I don't think I am. dry gemstone. The amethyst gemstone is here. We can't get it while Tina is there.
Ah, I can't stay mad at a fellow detective. What do you need?
You're the one who pulled that emergency brake, aren't you?
Me? What, are you joking?
You stole one of John Gray's thermometers and planted it at the scene.
You're just some teenage nobody. I don't have to listen to this.
You're right, you don't. Neither do the other passengers. But unless you give me a good reason not to, I think I'll tell them anyway.
Look, maybe I was a little hasty, pointing a finger at the ghost guy like that. Maybe all those lies people have been spreading are starting to get to me. Maybe I thought it would help if I got a little positive press by solving a crime aboard a haunted train. Maybe I apologize. And, maybe you can see fit not to let any of this go beyond this room?
Well, no harm done, I guess.
Great. Well, what else can I do for you?
You've been a big help.
Not a problem.
I really don't think I'm missing something. So 4 and 1.
What's up?
Thanks for the chat.
Pleasure talking to you.
That tool I saw in the caboose. I bet that's what you used to unscrew these bolts.
We can work on this puzzle, which is one that, you know, turning one thing turns a lot of others, which can be frustrating.
More pipes to connect.
This one does have pipes that, like all the red pipes turn at the same time.
Here we go.
Okay, let's try this again. I know that works. This is it. Ugh, maybe not. Need to get to 1. Or what if it's... this?
There! With any luck, I just opened the stove in the dining car.
Great. So let's go see what's in the stove.
Hey, how's it going?
See you soon.
You know where to find us.
James Thurston.
I hereby agree to pay James Thurston the sum of $9 a week, plus room and board in return for his services as the engineer of my journey. So now we know the engineer's name is James Thurston. We can tell Frank and Joe, and they can do some research, I think.
Back already?
I think I know the name of Jake Hurley's engineer. James Thurston.
Great! What else do you know about him?
Well, nothing.
Good.
Good.
Yeah, finding out more about him will give us something to do. We'll look into it.
Talk to you later.
You know where to find us.
More questions?
Well, I'll let you go.
Remember, if it's juicy, I want to know about it.
Okay, so the next thing to do is to somehow trigger us getting to Copper Gorge. Can't do that yet.
What's up?
I'll let you get back to work.
Pleasure talking to you.
It might just be talking to Frank and Joe again, but I'm gonna try to talk to everybody.
What's going on?
Thanks for your help.
Anything for a fellow detective.
Yeah, okay. I'm trying to think if there's anything else to do in here.
Before you say anything, I just want to say thank you.
For what?
Tino came to see me. He said you'd made him realize what a jerk he'd been for dumping me, and then he asked me out. Isn't that great? He said he doesn't care what anybody else thinks. He thinks we make the perfect couple.
Well, I can't argue with him there.
So what do you want?
Bye.
You go, girl.
We can call Frank and George. I mean, Bess and George, gosh.
Hello?
Hi, Bess.
Hey, what's going on?
Get this. It turns out that Tino Balducci pulled the emergency brake.
Balducci did it?
He framed John Gray so he could arrest him and get some positive press for himself. I think it finally dawned on him that he's not the great detective everyone thinks he is, and probably never will be.
How pathetic can you get? Cute and pathetic. Just my type.
John Gray claims to have Camille's voice on tape.
Really? Did you hear it?
I heard a woman singing, but it was very faint.
You heard an actual ghost?
Bess, whatever I heard was barely audible. For all I know, it could have been a voice off the radio or something.
Did the real real Camille like to sing?
According to Charlena, she did.
Well, there you go. You heard a ghost. Oh, Bess, you are so gullible. Open-minded. Gullible.
Catch you later.
We'll be right here. Yeah, washing the paint out of our hair.
Okay, let's see if we can talk to Frank and Joe and trigger the Copper Gorge location.
Hey, how's it going?
Were you able to find anything out about Jake's engineer, that James Thurston guy?
Good news and bad news. The good news is he had a wife in Copper Gorge, so he may have had children.
The bad news is our internet service provider stopped providing before we could use our cell phones to find out anything else.
That's okay. We can do more checking when we get to Copper Gorge.
Right.
So basically, there's nothing else we can do on the train until we go to Copper Gorge. Because we need one more gemstone, which is at Copper Gorge. We need more clues. We need a pickaxe and a lamp. We need to do a lot of things here. But let's start with Camille's grave.
Yes,
You startled me. Do you work here?
I do. Are you looking for someone?
Yes, Camille Hurley. She died back in the 1800s.
Ah, Camille. Beautiful crypt, wonderful view, good drainage. Whoever buried her must have loved her very much.
May I go inside it?
You may, but unfortunately you can't.
Why not?
I accidentally dropped the key down the grate that's in front of the crypt. If you can retrieve it, you can keep it. I'm having another one made. But if you do go into the crypt, just remember, you won't be alone.
Can't get in without a key.
So it's
Well, there's the
locked.
key. I just need to find something that key will stick to.
We need something to help us with the key. Let's go to the museum and taffy shop.
Hey there! Welcome to Buell's Old Time Taffy House. Come on over here. Welcome, stranger. Listen, you by any chance get here on that private train what's parked out yonder?
As a matter of fact, yes, I did.
There's a rumor going around that Charlena Purcell's on board. Is that true?
As a matter of fact, yes, it is.
Hot dang if that don't beat all. I've read every single book that gal's ever written. Best writer whatever lived. Did she get off the train too?
I don't think so. She's pretty busy.
Charlena Purcell herself right here in Copper Gorge, breathing the same air as me. Hot dang! Well, welcome, little missy. Go on in and take a gander at what life was like during the heyday of Copper Gorge whilst you sample some of our delicious homemade saltwater taffy.
Sample? As in free sample?
Some taffy on a stick'll cost you 2 tokens, which you can get by winning both those games over there.
How much does it cost to play them?
Well, ain't you the little penny pincher? Fact of the matter is they're free. Less you go messing with the artifacts I got in here. Do that and you'll be headfirst in the nearest snowdrift before you know what hit you.
Are you Buell?
Do I sound like a Buell to you?
Sorry, the costume kinda, threw me off.
Oh, right. Sometimes I forget I'm wearing this thing. Buell was my great-great-uncle. This building used to be his general store. During the glory days back in the 1880s, he commenced a pawnbroker, so the miners Copper Gorge was crawling with back then could raise some cash to pay for grub and tools and such. But pretty soon, the mining boom went bust. And there was Uncle Buell, stuck with a whole store full of junk. Only it wasn't junk to him. Debris from lost lives and broken dreams, what he called it. Couldn't bring himself to get rid of it. So, passed it on to his kin. My great-granddaddy's the one who come up with the idea of turning the place into a tourist attraction.
Do you by any chance have any of Jake Hurley's things in here?
Jake who?
Hurley. He was a miner. I think he may have left a lamp and a pickaxe with your great-great-uncle.
Never heard of him. Of course, that don't mean his stuff's not here. Just means you're just gonna have to look around and see for yourself. But remember, Susie Q, don't touch.
It was fun talking to you.
Ditto, little missy.